2, 1, go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show, a live broadcast. Yeah, well, we have had some technical difficulties trying to get these broadcasts out. But don't worry, we'll get them out as soon as we possibly can. But in today's news, oh look, Bolt Boy says miss me. Yes, we missed you. Okay, anyway, today's news is kind of a sad. Oh yeah, today is a kind of a sad broadcast. Because as you know, we don't just celebrate Tolkien, we celebrate other fandoms. And unfortunately, we all learned about the death of Stan Lee. One of the biggest creative artists we've ever known. Responsible for all those Marvel comic characters that you like. Yeah, I'm unhappy too. I mean, I'm supposed to be doing our Thor's Day, but yeah, it's Thor's Day. Yeah. And I mean, we would sing our traditional Toy Avenger song, but yeah, fortunately, we won't be doing that. But as we all celebrate the life of Stan Lee, there's something we need to remind ourselves of.
What's that?
The story of another guy who. Thanks, Andy. You're welcome. Imagine back in 1973, we learned of the death of another very famous creative author. Author? Yeah, his name was J.R.R. Tolkien. And you can only imagine how much grief and sadness that said author's death must have caused. I mean, this was the guy who gave us The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings and other stories.
But there's also the story about, well, we have some news stories that his son had published over the years, like the Silmarillion.
Yeah, and remember how we talked about the last Tolkien novel, The Fall of Gondolin?
Yeah, and there was Beren and Luthien, and the Children of Hurin.
Well, so I mean,
We talked about that part.
so, but Stan Lee was well known for his stories about the comic book heroes, the that we like the Avengers and Iron Man and Captain America. Well, Captain America actually predates Marvel. Oh, and then we also have. We also have Spider-Man and Black Panther and the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. All the stories about all those various superheroes. They're just superheroes dealing with real life problems. That's what made them so popular. And not only that, Stan Lee didn't just create a bunch of stories about heroes with real life problems. When people started making movies based on his comic books, he always appeared in them. Such as, well,
I mean, no Marvel movie would be complete without Stan Lee doing his Stan Lee thing.
yes, he always does his Stan Lee thing. It's like what you once said in that one video.
You mean the one about the fallout?
Yeah. When the main character talks to that robot and say, "Hey, Stanley still around?" And he says, "Of course, he's right there." And then the camera cuts to him waving. And then we all yelled out, "He's still alive! That guy will outlive us all!" Yeah, that's what you said.
And well, guess what? I'm not wrong there because Stan Lee is definitely going to outlive us all throughout his creations.
Yeah, and there are a couple of tribute videos to Stan Lee and the many times he appeared in a Marvel movie.
Yeah, and rumor has it that the new Avengers movie that's coming out in May.
Please, Robert Downey Jr., take it down to April. Please.
That will be his last appearance in a Marvel movie.
I can already feel the tears starting up.
Well, I saw your video yesterday, and that video broke my heart. Like, everybody was, you and Jacqueline and Lever were all crying.
I know. It was a sad video. We were trying to do something. We were just trying to talk about how great Stan Lee was and has many great stories. But the tears are coming in.
And the tears are continuing to pour, as well as all the tributes.
Well, I'll tell you one thing though.
What is it, Humphrey?
Well, let's see. Stan Lee made comic books cool to read. Yeah, because back then comic books were for kids. But then he started making them for adults. And not only that, he made it cool to be a nerd.
Yeah, because throughout history, nerds have been given a bad rap.
And they continue to be given a bad rap.
But guess what? Stan Lee saw what was going on and how people who are different were given a bad rap, and he sought to change it.
Yeah, that's where he got a lot of his stories from. He sees what's wrong and wants to make things right.
Exactly. But today's subject is called The Legacy of Tolkien. Now, let's ask ourselves a question. What kind of legacy did J.R.R. Tolkien leave behind?
A very powerful legacy. One that Harry Potter can never shake. And a bow to J.K. Rowling for going down the George Lucas route.
You know, at this point, we might as well give up on Harry Potter. Because the Fantastic Beasts movie is kind of where it's at right now.
Yeah, kind of where it's at. It's like, the crimes of Grindelwald? I mean, what did this Grindelwald do wrong? I don't care what Grindelwald did wrong. Just bring me Nifflers.
Yeah, you want Nifflers, so you could go, ugh, Nifflers.
Ugh.
That's what you always said. Like in that one podcast you and Tierra did. Like when you said that the dragon small came to the lonely mountain, chased the dwarves out, took their gold.
And then Tierra said, at least it was a dragon, not a Niffler.
And you went, ugh, Nifflers.
Them Nifflers. Gnarly little things. They go around and take your gold. And Thanos, I hope you're happy. You killed the great creator. And I bet that you're obviously responsible for that campfire and those people that died in the flames and those that and those gun shooting and that club. It's all Thanos' fault. He makes Sauron look like a cupcake. Ah!
Well, let's not blame Thanos for everything. That'll give him way too much credit.
Of course he's gonna give him way too much credit, but we don't care. Ah! I can't wait to see him choked to death. And once he's gone, those Infinity Stones better be gone along with him. Ugh, I can't stand that guy. But,
Well, should we try comparing Thanos to Sauron?
well, let's see. Sauron wanted to basically rule over the world and be God. Thanos, however, wanted to bring balance to the universe. Like, hello! The first 6 Star Wars movies told us that that was a bad idea. Ugh! Ugh. Oh, I can't understand. Why? Why? Out of all the times we've watched Star Wars,
I mean, if you were paying attention, Anakin's destiny was to bring balance to the Force. And he ultimately did bring balance to the Force.
but please, we also must say a beauty to Thanos for snapping the Iron Fist and Luke Cage to death. Ah! And he snapped the Inhumans to death. And not only did he snap the Inhumans to death, he probably snapped Cloak and Dagger to death too. And the Agents of Shield, he probably snapped them to death.
Yeah, and we can't do anything about that. We can't keep going with the stories until we deal with Thanos in Avengers 4.
Yeah, and we're still waiting on Captain Marvel to show up and save us all. Like, come on, Captain Marvel, we need your help.
I'm pretty sure that she will give Thanos a run for his money.
Yeah, I mean, she may be just one person, but guess what? She's the difference between us winning and getting our favorite characters back
Or losing permanently.
Ah! I mean, there's only 4 of us. I mean, what if something happened to either 2 of us?
Yeah, and Thanos says, it's just right.
No, we don't care about us wanting to be balanced in the universe.
Well, in the original comics, Thanos wanted to get with Mr. Death, who clearly didn't like him.
Ugh.
I mean, he went around trying to impress her, and she's like, nah.
And then, even when he snapped his finger, she's just like, nah, I'm just not that into you.
I mean, what was Sauron's reason for wanting to rule the world?
Wasn't to impress some girl who he clearly should have realized that he never should have, that who was never going to be interested in him.
Who knows?
Plus, now, the legacy of Tolkien can be chalked up too. Now we have a new Tolkien theme show that's just coming on Amazon in the next couple of years.
Yep, that's one legacy.
Hopefully, we have our Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies.
Yep.
And not only do we have that, we also have, I don't want to say it, but
You don't have a choice.
the Ralph Bashir and the Rick and Bash cartoons.
Which kind of brought Tolkien out of obscurity and helped make it a pop culture juggernaut. Because remember, Tolkien didn't become completely popular until the 1960s.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that now.
And besides, we're celebrating the 100th year anniversary of the end of World War One, which Tolkien had participated in. And when he got sad while he was recovering from being sick in those trenches, ugh, trench warfare, what a horrible concept. He wrote The Fall of Gondolin. And now 100 years later, we're getting the book The Fall of Gondolin.
All right. And the bad news is everybody dies. J.R.R. Martin has nothing on Tolkien.
You're right.
And then, of course, he says he's having a hard time writing winter.
That's because he's running out of characters to kill off.
Ah!
Come on.
Yeah, you know the story. The minute you like a certain character, the old fat white man kills them. Ugh!
Yeah.
And now that,
it's going to be a real bittersweet end when we get to come back in April 2019 to talk about Game of Thrones Season 8.
Yay! And not only that,
we got to review Game of Thrones Season 6 and 7. Now we're waiting on 8.
Yay! Well, I don't know everybody's asking us where's the rest of the other episodes, but
we're going to have them published as soon as we can.
Yeah, and podcasting form.
Yeah, we're going to be podcasting for a while,
but that's okay because the more we podcast,
the more we podcast,
and we can also do other things of podcasting,
as well as you guys, we could have Leroy come back and explain a few things.
Yeah, we're still waiting on Leroy though. We wanted to do a segment called The Comics.
Oh my God, 6:30 already?
Yeah.
So, let us discuss the legacy of Stan Lee.
His legacy will be his comic books,
the many superheroes he created,
the movies he appeared in.
I mean, come on. He even appeared in a DC movie.
Not even the guys at DC are immune to Stan Lee.
Ugh, can't believe he had a beer in that Teen Titans Go movie.
Right, at least they got to say Excelsior.
Yeah, but there's also another thing. He was in other movies that didn't have Marvel stamped on them. Yeah. I say that about 100 years from now, people are still going to be reading stories about the Avengers.
Yeah, because somebody's going to probably make up another story about superheroes. Just as we are now making up stories about what happened in Tolkien's world. I mean, I bet you now that J.R.R. Tolkien and Stan Lee are getting along in heaven. And we're all stuck down here.
Well, hey, I know what will cheer us all up.
What is it?
If we sang our theme song.
Right. Guys, he might want us to be happy, so we're going to sing that song. We are the toys, and we're coming to get you, Thanos. So you better watch out, because the toy Avengers are coming for you. We'll slap you, and we'll scratch your eyes out, and we won't stop until you choke to death, because we are the toy Avengers. Yeah. We are the Toy Avengers. And just because we lose somebody we love doesn't mean we're going to give up. We're not going to stop until Thanos is good and dead. But, you see,
Thank you very much for tuning into this broadcast.
yeah, our usual 20-minute broadcast. All right, everybody. It's time to close out. So,
Let me take it, Susie. You know who I am, and you know what this is about? So,
Excelsior, everyone. And, we'll see you all.
you sure you're gonna see them?
Oh, wait. We won't be we'll see you in 2 weeks because next week is supposed to be Thanksgiving. So, have a safe, happy Thanksgiving wherever you are, and we'll see you the week after Thanksgiving. And,
Goodbye.
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 and meow.